it's a pleasure to have you again on the program, and of course it still remains the economy today on KAFTAN television. Well, today we have a continuity in place, because we mentioned it earlier last year that in this new year we will start something, and we have started without any waste of time, and it's a kind of a training, a mentorship program that will lead to something greater as you go on to watch on the program. And that is why today what we have and the topic of the program is New Year, not resolution any longer right now. It is New Year reinforcement. And it is New Year reinforcement 2. I guess it's my editor that didn't remember to add the 2, because he just did New Year reinforcement. We had it before. This is the second episode, and we will still have it many more in the series. So New Year reinforcement 2, yes, is what we are now talking about. And I have the one I had at the beginning. He will be with me all through, because he is the one that is the resource person really for this discussion. And he is still here with me, talking about Dr. James Komolafe. He is a behavioral change consultant. A lot will be told you as you go on with the program. So let me say welcome to Dr. James.
Thank you so very much, okay? I hope your resolutions are fast changing garments to becoming reinforcement, especially at a time like this. Welcome to the show.
Right, sir. And I also have another person that would also help us do the same thing. She's also a coach, and I'm talking about a lady this time, and she is a lady with a great name, I must say, because what she has as names, you say she is Dr. Great Grace Awuwojo. Awuwojo rather, Great Grace Awuwojo. It's good to have you on the program, Great Grace.
Thank you so much, sir. The pleasure is mine, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
With these two guests of mine today, we will discuss New Year reinforcement. As I said, it's New Year reinforcement 2. I am Okechukwu Onobogo, by the way, and we'll go on together to ensure that the best comes your way within this time we have on this program today. We'll just, as usual, look at certain things, and we have other segments, like we have from the business news today. That's the one I'm very sure of that will add to our discussion. Others may still come in as we go on, but this for sure I have. So as we go on with what we have, let me, for starters, ask Dr. Great Grace what New Year reinforcement means to her, whether she understands it the way Dr. Komolafe also understands it. And before she starts saying it, I will tell you that in our previous discussion, we had looked at certain things about death resolution, reinforcement, and talked about some points which Dr. Komolafe mentioned. I want to bring a bit of it up, bring you up to speed to a bit of it, though he will still help us when he comes into it. We talked about posture, we talked about prophecy, we talked about package, we talked about treasure, and we're going to follow that way to look at the other ones that to follow, because there are 10 of them he told us about. So we'll get to them. But Great Grace, please, New Year reinforcement. How do you see it?
Thank you very much, sir. New Year reinforcement has to do with personally, consciously making up your mind to be able to make your plans for the year, for the new year, as well as the continuity of carrying out the action plans. It's beyond New Year resolution. It's New Year reinforcement.
Okay, it's beyond resolution, it's reinforcement.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That brings you on the same page with Dr. Komolafe.
Yeah.
Doc, let's just look at it. Give us a summary of what we had before we now take a break and come back to continue with the good new ones.
I remember quite well that last week we saw this concept for a behavioral analysis, because often people make resolution, but they don't get to follow it few days afterwards, just simply because they don't have measure by which they could line up with what they said in action. While resolution talks about just talk, reinforcement says, hey, look at it. You said something. This is how to measure your performance. These are the figures attached to it. This is what you need to fix and at what point. This is where you are beginning from. This is where you are ending it. And at the end of the day, you see what is said being manifested on ground. So New Year reinforcement is actually the issue. If you cannot reinforce and you only resolve, it stays with you. Reinforcement takes it from your mindset, your imagination, into manifestation, where you can hit the ground running. And we said it has 10 pillars, which we did 5 last week, for which we will continue the other 5 today. We said you have to start from the place of discovery. Where am I? Who am I? What have I said? What am I going to do? Then development. The process of articulating to say, okay, this is how I will want to go about it. Then delivery as the 3rd D. We call it the popular 10D for reinforcement. For the fact that the word force is inside it means effort will come to show. Means there are certain things you will have to do yourself. And you see, people talk and talk, okay, I know discovery, development, and then I will deliver it. But they lack the necessary discipline, which is the 4th D, to keep them on track.
Yeah, because without discipline, you may not be able to do the delivery.
You may not be able to, even when they do the delivery, as Dr. Grace, Great Grace just told us, the continuum will not be found. You just say, okay, I'll do it later. You see, distractions are everywhere. And so you need a force of discipline to say, hey, come rain or shine,
I'll be on it.
there is a tilt along the line, but I'm going to bounce back. I must finish. This is my focus. So we'll talk about the place of this discipline and then destination. Your capacity to fix your eyes on the goal that you have set for yourself, despite the distractions. And you know, distractions, you need to know how to manage it well to your own advantage, even when things are looking not positive towards you. And that is the essence of reinforcement. Resolution says, just look at it where, okay, things are not working now, wait for when it will work. And only God knows when it will work. So, but resolution gives you that energy, keeps you focused, and then you are able to do the right thing at the right reason, with the right reason and at the right time.
Yes, reinforcement.
Reinforcement time. And then number 5, the destination. Today we will see the 6th to 10.
Okay.
Very vital. So you need, on a pivotal note, to be able to place this as a behavioral system for which you are cocksure you are ready to follow, looking at the standards and the procedures you have set for yourself. This is the idea of reinforcement.
Thank you so much, Dr. James Komalafe. We will still continue with this, as we've also encouraged you, dear viewer, to be part of it effectively, because there are gains and benefits that will not elude you if by any means you stay with us from start to finish. Well, we still have a lot to do today, so right now we'll first of all go for the business news, and we'll return and continue with this discussion.
Nigeria's capital market is expected to sustain a strong upward momentum through 2026, with the Central Bank of Nigeria linking the outlook to the ongoing banking sector recapitalization exercise. In its latest report, the CBN says a recapitalization program scheduled for completion by the end of the first quarter has continued to boost investor confidence and trading activity across the equities market. The market posted an impressive performance last year, supported by solid corporate earnings, improved macroeconomic stability, and attractive equity returns that encouraged a shift away from fixed income investments. Data from the report showed that the all-share index surged by over 42%, while total market capitalization climbed to about 149 trillion naira, driven largely by gains in the banking, industrial, and consumer goods sectors. The CBN adds that improved foreign exchange liquidity and clearer regulations have helped attract renewed foreign interest. While equities thrive, Nigeria's fixed income landscape also saw significant activity reflecting broader market dynamics. The Central Bank of Nigeria recorded 15.2 trillion naira in treasury bill sales in 2025, reflecting intensified efforts to manage short-term government borrowing and system liquidity through regular primary market auctions. According to analysis, only 1.5 trillion naira of total amount represented fresh borrowing, while the larger portion was used to refinance treasury bills that mature within the year, underscoring the rollover-driven nature of market activity. Despite the headline figure, net inflows from treasury bills were the lowest in 3 years compared with 2024, when the Apex Bank recorded net inflows of 5.85 trillion naira from total allotment of 13.4 trillion naira. Investors demanded and demand remained strong, however, pushing the average treasury bills yield slightly lower to about 17.7%. as participants positioned ahead of expected government borrowing in 2026 and sought returns across the yield curve. Meanwhile, secondary market trading was mixed with cautious activity at the short and mid-tenure, while longer-dated bills attracted strong demand, lending to modest yield compression and a mild downward bias, with liquidity conditions guiding sentiment, while treasury bills continue to anchor Nigeria's money market landscape. The government is leveraging technology to streamline revenue collection, signaling a push for digital transformation across businesses. The federal government has accredited a system integrator for Nigeria's e-invoicing framework, marking a key step in the country's ongoing digital tax reform agenda. The approval granted by the Nigeria Revenue Service in partnership with the National Information Technology Development Agency authorizes the firm to connect businesses, accounting, and invoicing systems directly to the national e-invoicing platform. The system integrator's role will ensure that invoices generated by businesses are converted into approved digital formats, securely transmitted and validated for compliance, reporting, and audit purposes within the NRS merchant buyer framework. As part of the milestone, it unveiled Usawa Connect, a new middleware solution designed to link enterprise software to the government platform without disrupting existing business operations, serving small and medium-sized enterprises and large corporations alike.
Good to have you back here, and we're still talking about the New Year reinforcement. Well, you know, talking about the revenue in our country, there is also New Year reinforcement there. It's not the way it used to be that it's now happening in this new year. It's all part of it, trying to ensure that you perfect everything you're doing. Dr. James, look at it again. There are the first 5, and now the second 5. There is
discovery,
that is discovery,
development, delivery, discipline, and destination.
Yes, and let's look at the following ones and see how we'll handle them.
Yes, these are the first 5 are the first big 5 that you need in your first phase. Otherwise, you are only resolving and not reinforcing.
Okay.
And the magic wand is still the fact that you are translating what is being said to a working module. Where you can say, I fix this, I do this at this time, and at this, and at that time. So the number 6 D is the design of it. No builder builds a house from the figment of the imagination. He sits down and calculates, okay, kitchen will be there, a guest chalet here and there, and then he gets a designer, an architect, who draws it out. So we must become the architect of our new year.
Okay.
As we resolve and then reinforce. Resolution says, hey, this is what I am choosing. Reinforcement says, now that you made the choice, design it this way, make it a little different. You know, last year you weren't that much successful, so you design. And then the 7th D is determination. I'm tempted to say 10 billion pounds determination, because the value of our naira is down. Even if I say 100 billion naira, it's just chicken change. You see, but with reinforcement we can bounce back, and we're actually bouncing back. No little thanks to the federal government for these new policies, especially around taxation and the rest of it, which I believe with reinforcement it will work.
Okay.
Not just resolving to say, okay, this, that, or we want to favor the masses and all of that, and the populace. So design it and then be determined to follow it. Tongues will wag, people will complain, people will say all kinds of things when it comes to reinforcement, especially people around you who don't want you to change. The only constant thing in life is change. And change must begin from where? From me. So please be determined. Come rain or shine. This is what I have fixed. I fixed my focus. I fixed my goal. I'm hitting the ground running. And when you find it not that too easy, you can tilt a bit, but always learn to bounce back. Bounce back. And that is the meaning of resilience. You are beaten 7 times, you come up again.
Now,
the 8th time.
Dr. James,
Yes.
before you continue, you said you can tilt a bit. Explain that one, because you say
Yes.
after tilting, you
bounce back.
Bounce back.
You see?
Tell us about this tilting.
This tilting, I would like to use the analogy of a river or a fountain that suddenly breaks out of the ground.
And
No
we have
matter-
also to make sure that in life it is made clear that
Yes.
this is what happens.
You see, there are bends in the processes of daily living.
Yes.
But those bends should not determine your end. It's just a bend.
At the latter note, bending corner.
Bending corner. So the fountain is going to navigate its way and get going. So that's what I mean by a tilt.
Okay.
But usually when you only stay by resolution, you meet an obstacle, you say, oh, okay, let me look for something else, and you just throw in the towel. It shouldn't be so. You should bend
that's why
in
you're
order to
talking
go.
about using the river, because the river never stops.
It never stops.
Never recedes.
It can look as if it is receding,
Yes.
but
But
it's
then,
going back to build a force
and it will still come
to
over.
take over. And that is the force of reinforcement. Every reinforceable issue comes with your own appeal and takes a force from you to pull over. So we are saying don't back out, but back down a bit in order to build strength, reinvigorate, and to take on that thing. So this year for navigation is actually for confrontation. Confront issues. Don't live in denial or shove them aside as if they are non-existent. Some people call it faith, but it's fallacy. Faith does not mean don't acknowledge the fact that something is on ground, but build a force that is higher than what is on ground, that takes you to the next level.
Even when you look at it faith-wise, there is still something that will confirm what you have said.
Very vital.
That since the time of John the Baptist, They say that
preacher here right now, okay. And the violence they get it by force. Can you see the force?
So the violence and the force that will make it work.
Very vital.
That is bringing faith into it does not want to.
You have to be forceful, and being forceful takes effort. Knowing what to do and doing what you know. So that is the desire and the determination. Now that you are determined, start deploying those forces. Where you need to eat well to be able to walk, eat. Where you need to sleep well, sleep well. Whatever you need to do to be able to do that which you have said, outlined, drawn out, start deploying.
Okay.
You may not finish this issue.
Definitely, I want to come
but
to
you start
to great grace to say something concerning that one too.
Yes.
Because, like I mentioned, spiritually speaking, yes, it is the violence that will make you take it by the violence that will take things by force.
Yes.
And there are things we need to take by force. And in fact, if you're reinforcing, there is need for that violence to take by force. I don't know whether you agree with us, and explain it a little more from the feminine gender's point of view.
All right, thank you so much.
I hope it has nothing to do with beating husband.
No. Yeah, that's a great matter.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
I want to throw more light on this. When you talk about reinforcement, it entails you as an individual starting afresh on your plan to carry it out on a daily basis. I want to be more practical here. Let's talk about weight loss, for instance.
Okay. Yes.
If I have, let me personify it. If I have plans
Those
to
are women issues, really.
Serious matter.
if I have plans to, let's say I have plans to drop 12 kg in 12 months. From January, I make up my mind that this is my vision, this is my plan, this is my anticipation. That means it's a New Year resolution. It's spelled out already. For it to be New Year reinforcement, I need to strategize on how to get this done. I need to go ahead and spell out a daily, weekly, monthly, schedule that will be able to help me achieve this result at the long run by the end of maybe 2026.
Yes.
For instance, number one, I should be able to sign up for gym membership, whether directly or doing it in-house.
Yes.
Then I also need to make a part of the strategy. I need to cut down on my intake. For instance, I need to cut down on cholesterol intake. Carbohydrate intake. I need to cut down on them and substitute them for fiber meals. I need to also take in balanced diets consistently. If it's not consistent, it means it's not a reinforcement. Because New Year resolution has to do with just doing the talk. Yes. I want to drop weight, I'm going to lose 12. Yes, we've celebrated the aspect. What do we do next? Take action. Go ahead with the New Year reinforcement by taking daily steps. Next, I should be able to guard the size of my intake. For instance, everyone's belly system is like this, the fist of your hand. That's the size of your tummy. So when you are taking in food and you are conscious of dropping your weight from where you have currently, you should be able to take in little quantity per time. Not like going for 5 wraps of, let's say, of swallow when it's past 6 p.m. No, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. That's not what to do.
I need to drop the weight, rather you increase it.
Exactly. So I need to also discipline myself to take in more water, because when you take in food, it helps in your bowel system. It helps flush your bowel system properly, and that way I'll be able to achieve my vision of being healthy, of being trim and trendy, and of dropping so much weight. It's very possible. It's very possible. It's practical. You can do it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's why I asked for this other side, because there are many things. If we look at the big grammar, that the way they will come out from the mouth of Dr. James Komalafe, it will look as though, this thing he's saying is so hard.
Cannot be done.
Yes, but Great Grace, Dr. Great Grace has brought in the practical side of it that will make even you, dear viewer that is watching, weight loss could be one thing you've decided to do in the new year. The ability to get it reinforced is what you're getting from this program. And as you follow us, you will see it happen eventually. So please be part of it. If you know someone that needs such things, bring them in, let them watch, because this is a serial. You know, this thing is coming in serial. We want to ensure that, I mean, as the year goes on, we will see that you have succeeded in doing a lot. And as Dr. James Komalofe promised the last time, you watch this program because this program right now is being streamed live on all our social media networks. And so, especially when at the end of the day you watch it on YouTube and identify that you have watched it, and you make a comment on it, then we'll look at those things you have said and use it to help build in subsequent editions. And also monitor you to know the progress you are carrying on out of what we're doing here. Then the juicy part of it is there will still be freebies for someone who eventually follows this effectively and willing enough to reinforce effectively. So we'll still continue, sir. Back to you, Dr. James. We have taken 7 now.
Yes. The number 8 one is deployment, like I said.
Okay.
And just like Dr. Grace just explained, using what is so unique to ladies. And I believe every average lady out there wants to drop some.
Some men these days, men are trying to drop too.
Just drop. So I wonder how many of the men will want to reduce their calories and to stop eating late into the night because of busy engagement and busy schedule. They say, Joe, please just give me 2 pounded yam. I'm hungry. I can't go to bed with empty stomach. And that's why many resolutions bite the dust over time, because you just say, Kai, condition make crayfish bend. I just must eat. Okay, after this one,
I'll continue.
I will continue. And they never get to continue because they stop at resolution. They are not reinforcing. Now, by the time you make up your mind, okay, Dr. Great Grace, to reinforce, and energy comes from nowhere. Because there's power in what you speak. There's power in what you speak. If you tell yourself, I'm going to reinforce, enough of just doing the resolving only and leaving it there. It sticks to you. What you say sticks to you. In fact, a wisdom book says, as a man thinks, so he is. So and out of the abundance of what you have inside, your mouth speaks. And what you speak creates a universe for you to tread. So very vital.
Even so, sir, God himself has said that is what I hear you say.
That is what I will do. When you speak out,
that's true.
The frequency, you tap into the frequency that is in the universe and make things to work together, to cooperate with you. So number 8 is deployment. A Chinese proverb says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step in the right direction. I must add that one.
Yes,
because you can take a step in the wrong direction. You want to drop some fat, and yet you are eating late into the night. I say, God will do it for me.
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. So number 9 is distinction. Be distinct. Be definite. As you begin to reap the gains of this reinforcement, appreciate it. Be happy about it and walk that trend. And the 10th D is disengagement. Whatever you need to do on your own to delete some certain habits, attitude, character, get it off. For example, in civil service balance, say, I'm keeping that man at arm's length. I know my enemies this year. Why will you start a brand new year making enemies? Make friends. Catch the fun, not a fight. Make it a reinforceable thing. If you are somebody who finds it difficult to forgive people, you say, well, okay, I forgive, but I won't forget. My New Year resolution is, I forgive everybody, but I have drawn a line. It's good you draw a line as a reinforcing stuff, but don't make that line becoming a dangerous line.
Yes.
that will not make you to interact, interface with people in order to intervene in common issues of life. So reinforcement is actually life in practical terms.
Yes.
As you take the decision, hit destination with your design, hitting the ground running and getting the results out of it. And there are pillars for this which we have also mentioned, and there are navigational elements you need to be able to achieve this. I think, okay, in the next edition, we will come down practical and we will take a case study and show people the practical side of reinforcement so that everybody can hit it. Possibly we choose Dr. Grace's analogy of dropping fat. I know that they will have so many.
Because there are still others in Akiti.
Yes, because as a behaviorist, I tell people 15 steps to take in order to drop fat, and that has no drug implication. It's just natural consequence. Using the law of natural consequence, you can actually drop some fat. So we can use that one as a reinforceable element next edition, so as to just donate a freebie to our listening audience. So reinforcement is the word. We are not overriding or shelving aside the place of resolution. You need to start from somewhere. But we're saying the starting point should not be the ending point.
Yes.
There should be a continuity. The game should go on.
It should not be dead on arrival.
Not be dead on arrival, and by February 2nd, you are saying, what I said in January 1,
it's gone.
I've even forgotten. I don't know where I kept it. Instead of that thing keeping you on, you are looking for the sheet of paper where your resolution is. It's not practical.
We'll still have to say more on this program. And I want to mention that as we're talking about this reinforcement, it is all-encompassing. It affects every aspect of life. And that is why I want to also mention someone that wants to have some savings this year.
A key issue.
Sees decrease and decides, no. My bank account must have whatever amount of money, XYZ amount of money at the end of the year. But then, that is a resolution. How do you do reinforcement? On a month-by-month, week-by-week,
analysis.
day-by-day basis to get to have that money. And as you're doing that, what is the discipline you'll be able to have so as to not to be tempted to withdraw from that particular account impulsively too. And even when there are certain things that you may see as reasonable reasons for which you should, but you need to have discipline to say, no, let me source it from other means. These are some of the things we want to talk about on this program. And so keep watching, because definitely they will all be brought to bear. And we will look at it week by week with you and see how we'll perfect this, so that at the end of the year, we'll all be glad that we were part of this program. Every Wednesday, we'll handle this segment, we'll keep handling it. And so this is the aim at which for making sure that this year will be beautiful for you. It's not just, this year will be wonderful. That is just a statement, a desire, a wish. This year will be powerful, and you just go your way to do things the way you used to do. It will never be powerful, it will never be wonderful until you make it work. How do you make it work? That is the reinstatement of the New Year resolution. We'll be back here, just take a break. We're just trying to take a break for just less than a minute or just about a minute. We'll return to continue. Thank you so much. We're still here looking at what we've got. Let's straight away, because I talked about financial matters. We'll also look at the NGX, talking about the way the stock has gone. Let's look at it. There are things we need to say. The Nigerian Stock Exchange, there are all shares index that we have. The percentage is 0.46, and of course it's on the positive. It's the bullish, of course, and that is all shares index. We're having 139,951.04 or 957.08 rather, and then the value traded in naira happens to be 19.8 billion. That was what was traded in naira just yesterday. And the volume happens to be 758.9 million, while the market capital in naira again was 102 trillion naira for yesterday's dealings in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. That is all together. And we will not be able to have a clear explanation. Are there others that we'll look at before the oil market? Yes. Yes, let's take our top gainers first, top traders first, before then we take about, okay, you can look at that straight away, then we have the top traders. But for the top gainers, we have the Jais Bank that gained 48 kobo, 0 naira 48 kobo, 10.00% increase. Lotus Shell 15 has Lotus Shell 15 has 8.00 at 10% gain. Maya had 1.30, that's 1 naira 30 kobo, and that was at 10% gain. And ABC Transport has 0.45, that is 45 kobo gain, 9.95%. Yes, we have top decliners. Then afterwards we look at the main fellows that got involved. Yeah, the stock top decliners, we have Alex declining to naira 40 kobo at 9.96%. We have Len Africa declining 60 kobo at 9.16%. Owando had 3 naira 40 kobo decline at 7.69%, while UBA had 2.85 and 6.22% decline. Yes, then there are the fellows that brought in the most money there. Let's look at that before we go to the oil market. And that's the top 3 active traders. Lancashire brought in 51.6 million naira, while Sterling NG brought in 49.1 million naira for yesterday's dealings, while Access Corp brought in 48.7 million. That way, these funds were traded on, and a lot more happened. But many others brought in funds, but these brought in the most. A beautiful story we need to tell ourselves is that soon Dangote Industries will get into the stock market, and that way it will boost it beyond anybody's wildest dream. But one thing again is that Dangote himself has wished that everybody will be involved in the oil market in Nigeria. And so he's creating opportunities for people to get to buy shares out of it, so that the money will go around. Thank you so much. We'll now look at the oil market. In the oil market, the West Texas Intermediate went for $56.25. Of course, a reduction of 0.88. That is 88 cents. $0.88 and 1.54%. While Brent crude went for $60 per barrel, was a 70 cents reduction, and a percentage of minus 1.15%. Melbourne crude went for 59.77, that is $59.77, and it was a decline of 85 cents. And the percentage was 1.40% on the negative. While Bonny Light, our own Bonny Light, went for $78.62, having a decline of $2.30, and the percentage was 2.84 on the negative. That's it from the oil market, and with that we round off what we have from that sector. Thanks again, Victor Adeyeye, for helping us get it perfected the way we've done it this day. Right now, back in here, we'll talk about finances. Let's look at the way it will help, because when you're doing reinforcement rather, you need to look at every aspect, and we are doing that today on the program, and we'll continue every Wednesday to have this down this way until we perfect all that has to do with it. Thanks to Dr. James Komolafe that has agreed to be here every Wednesday, so we'll do it together. Thank you. And I want to also say thanks that a woman with a great name, Great Grace, is also here with us. Dr. Great Grace, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll still find others that will be sharing the moments with us as we go on the program. And so straight away, Dr. Great Grace, looking at the scenario of the women in the market, the petty traders, how would financial benefits accrue for them in this year of reinforcement?
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Looking at the petty trader in the market space, in this year 2026, concerning the topic we are looking at, reinforcement, let me use Mama Nkechi for instance, representing the entire women in the petty trading market space. She could choose to make plans for 2026. Okay, I'm going to invest, let's say, 100,000 naira in my business, and by December I should be able to make profit of at least 120 untouched. That way she could choose to go to her suppliers that buy in bulk and break it down in bits for her to buy as a retailer. Then as she buys them, she should also be able to display her product and tell other new clients also. Like if somebody buys from her, that very customer should also tell someone else, It's a chain reaction.
Yes.
So beside that, I will also encourage Mama Nkechi to begin to do like a daily, weekly savings. If she chooses to go for a weekly savings, that means she should be able to save like 1,000 naira every week, or 2,000 every week, depending on her strength. As she does this with, there are people that come to them every day with, with notebook. Yes, sir. Yeah. They help them to save money every day by collecting them. At the long run, by the end of the month, they push everything to them in bulk. So she could get very serious with this and keep accounting for every deposit she makes with them from her profits. That way, it will not be stressful. The stress will be broken down.
Minimal.
Yes, to be very minimal, and she'll be able to achieve so much results without stress. She has to be consistent. If she's not consistent, there's no reinforcement.
That brings in the discipline there.
Yes, sir. She has to be disciplined. Whether she sold so much or so little, she must be consistent at making the deposits, saving apart. If she doesn't even want to save with those clients, she could decide to make a box, put a hole in there, and just drop in the money. She will not open it until it's December 31st.
A piggy box.
Yes, a piggy box. That's the right word. A piggy. Yes, sir. A piggy box. So that is. These are ways she will be able to achieve reinforcement.
And that's, of course, a local safe. Where you keep your things and help yourself.
Just to get discipline.
Most of the time, again, discipline makes it that that piggy box is not maintained. Discipline, lack of it, has caused a lot of problem in every aspect of life. And Dr. James Komolafe, looking at this discipline, it has closed some businesses of food in this country.
Abruptly.
Yes, lack of discipline has closed abruptly businesses for some people. How do you help them today?
Well, you need to be able to differentiate between what is urgent and what is important. Not everything that glitters is gold.
That's true.
Avoid being impulsive. The way my eyes see it, I must grab it. It must be mine. And suffice to say, this year there is a need to create a window for multiple stream of income as a man, economically speaking.
Yes.
Because you are going to keep spending and spending, and in Nigeria and African climate, once the price goes up, it doesn't come down.
It doesn't come down.
So no matter the saving culture and all, some will even say, what is Dr. Great Grace saying? I don't even have to feed. You are talking of doing piggy box. So the advice is this. Look at yourself. The journey still begins from you. Look at your persona. Make discovery about some other areas of capacities, competencies. Build skills. Look at your potentials. Where can they be useful more? What are you doing for free before that you can put a little fee and get much more packaged? So that you can fill gaps, identify vacuums, and fill them. And then humility is critical. If you must reinforce, be ready to come down from your high-flying horse to say, no, I'm at this level, I passed that level. Please look out there. What are the problems and challenges? And every problem you see out there is an opportunity for production. And as therapists and behaviorists and packagers, we are out there helping people, organizations, families, and individuals. Okay, once you can identify a problem, that is a production line for you.
Yes.
We can turn them through simple strategy to economic whatever for you, economic variable, and you can earn from issues around that are becoming problematic by just turning the other side to say, hey, this is how to fix it. And in fixing it, be professional. You put a little fee, you solve problem and create value, you are reinforcing the fact of a behavior. It's no longer just a talk, a belief system. And now, the major difference between reinforcement and resolution is that why in resolution is just a belief system. Oh, I believe I'll be fine in 2026. I believe. You can say that till December and nothing happens.
That's true.
But when you now bend down to put the behavior you need to that belief system, it becomes a reinforceable thing. And then you can say, well, now that I am reinforcing, this belief must turn to practical. Let me show it. In solving problems, in meeting needs, and in positioning myself in such a way that people will see that what they are looking for a solution, I have it.
Well, when you have seen that, you have had it. We are still here. The program will still continue, as I mentioned. It will last for a long time. But then each segment will come to an end at one point in time or the other. Just as this segment is about to come to an end now. But what I want to say is that there are also certain things, if you watch truly, and we'll look and see what your comments, and we'll be able to relate with you, then we'll be able to get certain things done. Please, the aim is that this year will not just go down like other years without you achieving something. There is a lot we can achieve together. That is the essence of this program. Let us partner with you to plan for your progress. And of course, at the end of the day, you'll be happy that you watched The Economy Today every Wednesday on KAFTAN television for a while now, because it will keep coming at this time every Wednesday. The normal program presentation of other topics will still be coming other days, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and all that. But then for Wednesday, that will be repeated on Thursday, it should be this that we will see on a constant note. Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be talking about these things that are practical forms that we need to carry out to ensure that our finances and our lives on the whole are made to be in the better form than they were in the previous year. I want to say thank you so much to Dr. James Komolafe, and I want to say that I have a form with me here which we're going to talk about later. We'll know how, after looking at your input in the YouTube page that's on KAFTAN television, and you will see the economy today, business economy as the case may be, and you watch this episode and watch the other ones so as to know how we're going. Then we hear your response and know how to reach out to you. And of course, we'll tell you how to download these forms, and then we'll make use of them, because we are doing practical ways to get rich in 2026. That is just the best way to say it. Yes, and it is achievable. And if you're already rich, practical ways to get richer in 2026.
Sustain your riches and go to the next level.
Soon we'll be talking about how we'll also come and do a meeting, physical meeting with you, so that we'll still work it out. Wherever you are, we can always do it via Zoom to meet you and talk with
online,
you.
offline, on-site.
We can do online. If you are close by, we can meet you personally to talk about these things. So it's a beautiful program. We said it last year that to begin with the year, and it has begun with the year. Thank you so much. Dr. James, please, would you give us your parting words for us to conclude for this week?
New Year reinforcement.
To talk about the one we will start with when we come again next year.
Next week. Next week, we are going to go practical and pick a particular case study, which I know you'll be very interested in, especially as having to do with generating multiple streams of income without stress.
Okay.
Turning your resolution toward reinforcement, making money and catching the fun.
Yes. And you know, this fun matter, when you explained it to me the last time, some time ago, you know, people just think about catching the phone without the D.
Without the D.
And when the D is
so
added,
your pocket is empty.
Yes. That's why you
F-U-N plus D. Give you the fun.
The fun.
Fun with D.
Yes.
Fund in your pocket.
Yes.
The power of D.
Yes.
That will be for next week.
Thank you so much. We'll be part of it. We'll watch it. For Dr. Great Grace,
Yes, sir.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
What have you got to say as we conclude?
I want to quote God's esteemed servant, Dr. Paul Enenche. He once said that it doesn't matter how far you have gone the wrong direction in life. Let's say, for instance, you are meant to travel to Lagos, and you see yourself traveling towards Kaduna or Jos. Is directly opposite your destination. Now, quoting him, he said, it's not too late for you to reverse, humble yourself, reverse, and turn back and start afresh. That means the wisdom there is this: it doesn't matter how bad previous years have been. This is a fresh new year. It's just 7 days old. You can begin afresh. Beyond your New Year resolution, you can proceed to New Year reinforcements by making your strategic plans and spell out the everyday step-by-step action. And at the long run, before the first quarter, second quarter, and the last quarter is over, you see much results. We wish you super success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Great Grace Awuwoja. Well, you have heard it, dear viewer. So if you have been thinking of how to carry it out, keep watching. You will get to know, because we will be shown how to carry it out too. Not just go and do it, but also show you how you get it done. That is one thing different here, and that is the way it will be. I want to thank you for watching and being part of it. As I've said, thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so very much.
Have you more, because we'll still continue with this. Thank you for being there. And let me say thanks to my colleagues that helped me put this through, talking about Divine Dabrilaya, Double D. I want to also talk about the fact that I had Ephraim Umuna, and I also had Emmanuel. It's good to have everyone together. Emmanuel Jonathan, thank you so much. The best will come our way, even as, Emmanuel Solomon. The best will come our way as we continue. Let me also thank Victor Adeyeye, Victor Chizea, for making things work the way they have worked. I will also remember that always it is effort that will make the conclusion of the matter for you. So go on to a part of it, make effort to be here again. Wednesday, Thursday, 11 o'clock, you will see us and we'll go on with the program. Thank you so much. This is Okechukwu Onubogo. And what have I got to say? may the very best happen to us all the time.